What's up, guys? This is Dynamic Duos here, and this is going to be episode 2 of my Orioles franchise and MLB 12 the show. And in this episode, this is going to be the midseason episode where we do the draft. And I guess I can show you the All-Star team, just the AL team, and then we can simulate through the trade deadline and see if we get any trade offers and if I want to make any trades that I think would be necessary for the team's success. So as you can see on the right there, it says the division standings. The Red Sox are 30 and 15, so they're obviously on top. The Yankees, surprisingly, are 18 and 27 in last place, and we are in second place, 24 and 21, 6 games back of the Boston Red Sox, who we just got swept by, I do believe, if we check the schedule. Yes, we did. The games were not really close. The second one was only a loss by 2. But anyways, and I figured out, a lot of people ask me in my episodes, how do you get the standings on the right side of the schedule? I think it's because I am playing on an HD TV, and I think that if you don't play on an HD TV, it doesn't pop up. At least that's what I think. I'm not sure. So if you have that question, there you go. It's answered for you. And yeah. So what we're going to do now is simulate. I want to show you the wild card standings. We are actually on the top, tied with the Angels for the AL wild card. It's a tight wild card race right now with 6 teams within 2.5, and then the Royals are 4 games back. But we're only in May right now, so anything can change. But we are, like I said, in the top spot, as you could see. So right now we're going to go ahead and simulate to the draft. And I did some scouting, not as much as I probably could have, but I did a little bit. And hopefully we can get some steals in this draft, get some good players, and develop our farm system a little bit better. And wow, Angels are already interested in a trade. Mark Appel and Manny Machado for Zach Green. Oh yeah, I should say that I went on the free agent market and was looking around at starting pitchers and came across Mark Appel, or Apple, I think it's Appel, who didn't sign with the Pittsburgh Pirates, and he is a free agent in this roster, so I picked him up. And he is a potential starter, as I will show you guys. There it is. There he is. He is 6'5", 215, so a good build starter right there. And I'm not about to trade possibly my top 2 prospects for Zach Greinke, who is in his final year of his contract. So I'm going to decline that trade, because I happen to like Manny Machado and Mark Appel. I think they have bright futures on our team, and they will help our team out immensely. Who got put on waivers? Sean Burnett. It's a lefty reliever I may look to pick up. And we're slipping a little bit. So we have the 4th pick in the draft, so that is good. And I don't see any of the players that I have scouted. Here's one. See potential. And when you're drafting, you definitely want to check the potential of the player. Whoops, I accidentally hit the wrong button. See, because you don't want to take a person on your first pick of the draft that doesn't have at least an A or B potential. If it's B, it's worth it, in my opinion. But if not, if it's like C or D, don't do it. And we're just going to take the first guy and just simulate it, because there aren't many players that I scouted in this. So, yeah, see, there you go. His overall is high, as you see, but his potential is F, which means that he will not develop into anything. Here's a good one. B potential. That's fine. D and F. So we'll let all these guys go. And we will simulate, just keep simulating, week by week to get to the All-Star game. So if we don't make the postseason in this first season, that is completely fine with me. I'm not expecting to. I'm really hoping just to build this team up, get better. And if we do make the wild card spot, then that is great. But I don't see us going any, deep into the postseason, just because our team isn't exactly up to caliber with everybody else. But we are handling the NL East, as we swept the Phillies, took 2 out of 3 of the Braves, and swept the Mets and the Nationals. And did we just sweep the Indians? No, we took 2 out of 4. So we'll simulate right here. And I'm not really thinking about any trades. I haven't been. I do know that we could use a third baseman, but what I did, I'll actually show you guys. I moved Chris Davis because someone said in the comments that he was actually a first baseman and he plays outfield on occasion. So I moved him to first base, and then switched Mark Reynolds to third base to play every day, and then he can play first base because I think in a lineup or two that I have, he actually does play first base against like lefties or something. And this guy right here, Jonathan Scoop, or Shoop, I'm not sure. I think it's Scoop, has been developing pretty well. But my only problem with him at third base is he's 6'1", 195, and that doesn't exactly jump out to me as a third baseman, so I may move him to second base or shortstop. And I want to check Machado real quick. 302, yeah, he's developing pretty well. So I'm thinking maybe after the All-Star game or All-Star break, I'll move him up to AAA and see how he does. I don't want to jump him straight to the major leagues because that could cause some problems. The Reds are interested in a trade. Mark Appel and Manny Machado for Ryan Hannigan and Homer Bailey. No, thank you. Again, I'm not trading these players unless it's an absolutely crazy deal. But then again, I probably would think about it. And I want to take a look at the wild card. So we're on top in the wild card. The Angels are our only competition as it seems right now, who are 1.5 games back. But as it's looking right now, us and the Angels are going to be the two wild card teams fighting it out for that top spot because unfortunately in this game they don't have the two wild card system, which is unfortunate. And J.J. Hardy made the home run derby, 21 home runs, wow. But if they had that, it would be cool. So I will show you guys who made the AL All-Star team roster from our team. No starting pitchers. And Jim Johnson made it with 36 saves, so that's pretty good. And obviously J.J. Hardy's going to be on the team, but he looks like he's on the bench. There he is. And that looks like it's it. So 2 Orioles on the roster for the AL team. That is okay with me. And the AL one. So, like I mentioned, I'm going to go ahead and move Machado up to AAA to continue his journey to the major league level. And we're going to just simulate a week. And there may come a point in time. Actually, you know what I never did? I never put anybody on my trade block or never updated it. So obviously I want to be looking for some starting pitching. We could use some first base, and outfield help is definitely going to come in handy. And I could look for a third baseman and potentially no. Actually, I want to look for relief pitching. So Adam Jones and Matt Wieters are my core guys right now, but I'm not really looking to get rid of them, even though Wieters is having a crap season. Wow, 215. How's Markakis doing? He's doing fantastic. Jake Arrieta is 11-2 at AAA. May have to look to moving him up. I'm gonna put Mark Reynolds out there just in case, and also Brian Roberts. What's his contract? 2 years. Okay. Jason Hamill's 10-5, doing good. Zach Britton 7-4. We'll put him out there. Brian Mattis is 6-6. I don't like him in real life. He just never amounted to anything. Like everybody expected him to be really good after maybe 1 or 2 good seasons, but he never developed into a good player or a good pitcher. He just never seemed to figure it out. And I'm gonna put Jim Thome out there because, like I mentioned in a previous video, I am looking to move him, or my only previous video of the series, I should say. So that's all right. So we'll roll with that, and then we'll simulate to right here. And if I have no trade offers that interest me, I will look to make at least one trade that will help us out. But it doesn't look like we're needing help because we're still in second place in the division, so we're doing pretty well. And I can at least take a look and see what we can do. Jake Arrieta really needs, I think he needs to come up. So before I do anything, let's see who I can send down. Wei Yin Chen is struggling. So is Zach Britton. So I'm going to see if I can call up Arrieta without having to move anyone down and just put Wei Yin Chen in the long relief for right now and see how this goes. See if I can even do that. No, I can't. Okay. So I'll have to send someone down. And looks like Ryan Flaherty, I know I can't say his name, is going to be sent back down to AAA. And that should sort everything out. We'll just auto the AAA rotation. Actually, I want to take a look at that. Steve Johnson, Brian Mattis, Joel Pinheiro, Mark Appel, and Miguel Gonzalez. Alright. So a pretty good rotation down here. Alright, let's get back up to the Major League Club. And, whoops, wrong one. Let's look at making maybe one trade. I don't know if it's going to be anything dramatic. I may look to move Brian Mattis because I don't see him fitting in with the current situation of the pitching. Because we have a lot of good pitchers right now and a lot of good young guys like Appel and Bundy that are going to see some time in the major leagues in the next couple of years. So I'm thinking about I'm going to move Brian Mattis because he is in his final year, so we'll see. What position could I could look at first base. I could look in left field potentially. But Reimold seems to be handling himself pretty well. So we'll take a look at first basemen's out there. See if we can do anything. James Loney. They have Casey McGee as a first baseman. Just taking a look. See if there's anybody I can get for cheap. Just trade across. Anybody looking for starting pitching that needs a first, or that has a decent first baseman. Can I get Justin Smoke? No, I can't. It's almost impossible to get Justin Smoke in this game. Oh, they don't have, what's his face? God, what is his name? I can't think of it anymore. God, I just had it. What was it? Oh, God. Alright, whatever. I'll figure it out eventually. Gary Jones. I got him in the Diamondbacks one. He was pretty good for our team. Is that the same? Yeah, this is the same Mike Jacobs, I think. From, I don't remember where. Jesus Guzman. Is he any good? It looks okay. I mean, Brandon Belt. What are they looking for? A catcher? Can I sweeten the deal for you to pick up Brandon Belt? I could trade him Chris Davis. Ryan Adams, be potential. Of course they would take Manny Machado. They would take this deal. Could I get Brett Pill instead? No, I want Brandon Belt. Brandon Belt looks to be better. So let me see if there's anything else that I could take off of him. Any good prospects out here that I could use? What about relievers? Could I take a reliever from them? Anybody not in their final year of their contract? No, it doesn't look like it. Brad Penny, no. Clayton, no. Excuse me. I could get any reliever, but I'm going to pass. So we're going to do this trade right here. Brian Madison, Steven Tollison for Brandon Belt to improve our first baseman play. I'm going to what I'm going to do right now is look for a trade for Jim Thome. Because even though he is doing really well this season, that's typical Jim Thome, and he is in his final year of his contract, which is $1.03 million. So I don't think that he is going to come back for next season. So I don't really just want to lose him and not get anything for him. So I don't know what to get because if we get Brandon Belt, I'm going to start him at first base. And then I could trade for a third baseman and just move Reynolds to DH, like all-time DH or whatever in the lineups. Or something like that. So let's look at third base and see what's out there, what the market is for third basemen right now. If I could get Evan Longoria, that would be awesome. I actually did. I pulled off a deal in the Diamondbacks after I quit recording that I actually got Evan Longoria. Um, I'm not sure who I traded. I don't exactly remember. But I do know that it was for Evan Longoria, so I thought that was pretty cool. Ooh, I could get Mike Olt from the Rangers. I think I'm going to do this. This looks like a good, damn good deal. Could I include someone to sweeten the deal? No. Just because I know what it says. If I could get Jurickson Profar, that'd be funny. Do they have any? They have a buttload of pitchers. Like, I know they do. Justin Grimm is pretty good in real life. This looks like a good enough deal in my eye. Pick up Neftali. Man, if we could do this deal and put Neftali, bump up his stamina because he is a starter, and put him in our rotation, oh my gosh, that would be incredible. But Neftali's in his final year, so I think getting Mike Old is good enough for Jim Thome, because this kid is going to pan out to be really, really good. I don't know. I don't know if I don't do this with Neftali, if you guys are going to get mad at me or not. I'm telling you, I'm OCD about that thing. It like beeps at me all the time, or like blinks at me. This is tough. This is tough right here. I don't know if I should do this. If I should add Neftali, because then I run the risk of not being able to sign him back. What the hell? I'm going to take the risk. I'm going to do this trade. I didn't mean to do that. And we're going to simulate up until getting the trade done. Looks like it happened. At least I hope so. Yes, it did. Alright. So, did we get Mike Olt? Yes, we did. Okay. And he is at AAA, which I'm fine with. We'll leave him down there for now. And throughout the season, I will check on him and make sure and see how he is progressing throughout the season. I'm just seeing if there's any lineup changes that need to be made. Weeder's hitting in the last spot is fine with me, because he is not hitting anything right now. I'll throw Brandon Bell in there, and then swap this up, and that looks good to me. Alright, yeah, that looks fine. And then we'll do that right there. Actually, no, we'll keep him down here. Alright, so that looks good for right now as our lineup. So we're going to go ahead and simulate, do the trade deadline, see if we get any offers, which I don't think we are, and even if we did, I probably wouldn't accept them. So I hope you guys do like the trades that I made. They should eventually definitely help out the team. As we got Mike Olt, which is nice, who will be our third baseman. So that's 2 franchises in a row that we've gotten pretty darn good third baseman. So Jason Hamill, I'm going to show you guys our rotations and our lineups with the stats before we go. Jason Hamill, 13-5, 2.85 ERA. Zach Britton, 7-6 with a 5.24. Arrieta, 1-0 with a 2.57. Chris Tillman, 2-6 with a 3.67, and Tommy Hunter, 8-5 with a 4.22. We'll look at Jim Johnson. He has 40 saves with a 1.36 ERA, so he is very good this season. Roberts, 245, 7-29. Markakis, 290, 12-46. Adam Jones, 262, 21-56. Mark Reynolds, yeah, that's 56. 230, 26-69. Brandon Belt, 286, 13-38. 75 hits, nice. 292, J.J. Hardy, 22, 75. Chris Davis, 297, 5 home runs and 32 RBIs, Nolan Reimold, good season, 299, 13 and 45, and finally Matt Wieters, 215, 7 and 32. Betterment, 229, 618. Omar Quintanilla, I don't know how to say it, 283, 1 and 9, and then Taylor Teagarden, 235, 2 and 5. And the standings, as we leave it, we are 4.5 games back of the Red Sox. Yankees are still in last place, 24 games out of the division at 41 and 62. And we are at the top of the wild card at this time, 2 games ahead of the Angels, and then there is no competition throughout the rest of the league. So thanks guys for watching. I do hope you guys did enjoy the video, and I will catch you guys later. Have a nice day.